But first, two candidates are clear winners in the Watertown City Council primary. A third is likely joining them on the ballot in November, but it is a tight race for fourth. Absentee ballots will be the deciding factor to fill out the general elections ballot for Watertown City Council. Let's look at the numbers. Shane Garrabrant and Pete Monaco with about 20% of the vote respectively. They are easily moving on to November. Doug Osborne in third place with 592 votes, so he's leading Lisa Ruggiero, the incumbent, by about 110 votes. He's likely to move on to November, but here you see Anthony Velasquez in fifth place, only behind Ruggiero by a little more than 30 votes. So the two of them will be in a tight race. What's going to decide that is absentee ballots. There's 235 outstanding ballots to be counted. So only 30 or so of those have to be, Velasquez has to gain 30 or so votes on Ruggiero to overtake her, which would shake up the election in November greatly. Shane Garrabrant, one of the leaders there, top vote getter tonight. We're live with him. He's an engineer and political newcomer in Watertown. 7 News reporter Lexi Bruning joins us from his home tonight. Lexi.
Hey Garrett, we are here with Shane Garrabrant. You can come right into view here. It seems like a lot of voters are in favor of and supportive of your campaign. Why do you think that is?
Well, I guess I'm not sure. I think I had a strong message on the hydro contract and fiscal responsibility. I think those are two things that, you know, voters are very concerned about, and it's been very humbling to have people put, you know, their trust and their vote of confidence in me and my message to, you know, help represent them and kind of set the future of the city, and it's something definitely I won't take for granted, for sure.
And as an electrical engineer and member of the hydroelectric committee, you spoke a lot on the city's upcoming fiscal cliff. If you win in this general election, how quickly will you get the ball rolling on a plan? What will your priority be? Yeah,
I think from day one, that's something I definitely want to get the ball rolling on, either getting, you know, the consultant we had that helped with the committee back on board and start rolling with those recommendations. It's something I definitely want to spearhead and something I'm going to bring up at every meeting I plan to if elected in the fall.
You also mentioned a lot, you have 2 young girls who you hope will grow up here as you did.
Yep.
How will you make that a priority? What are some changes you want to see?
I think one is just, you know, the tax rate increases, keeping them down as much as possible so that we don't price out our young families from living and moving to the city, for one. And then, you know, the different safety concerns that everyone has, you know, the homelessness issue, crime and stuff like that, just making sure that people feel safe here, that the city is welcoming and attractive to young families to want to raise their kids here.
And how were you feeling going into tonight and now that the results are in?
I was pleasantly surprised, but very, very humbled. Being someone new to the political arena, I was definitely very humbled that so many people put their vote of confidence in me, and I'll carry that forward moving into November for sure.
Shane Garrabrant, thank you so much for joining us. Garrett, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you, Lexi. We're also with Doug Osborne tonight, who has secured the 3rd spot on November's ballot. 7 News reporter Chad Charette is live with Osborne at his home tonight. Chad.
Garrett, I'm here with Doug Osborne, who's firmly in 3rd place in this race. Mr. Osborne, the night's sort of winding down. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's been a long, exciting night. I'm just continue to be overwhelmed with the support I have, but I also realize I have a lot of work to do moving forward into the general.
So, Mr. Osborne, what aspect of your campaign do you believe resonated most with the voters?
I think ultimately it was just the need for change, having more civility on city council, and really taking these issues that are coming down the pike very, very seriously.
So in the event you are elected to council, do you believe you'll be able to increase that civility?
I think so, and I think on day one I'll be able to make some of the tough decisions, hopefully with a very cohesive council, and I think it'll be a good change of pace for the city.
So let's talk a bit about some of those tough decisions. We have that impending end of the contract with National Grid in 2030. You seem to imply you want to hit the ground running in that regard, right?
Yeah, like I've been telling everybody, you know, this has been an issue that had occurred 10 years ago when I was running the first time. It continues to be an issue. It's something that we really should have addressed yesterday, but we have to hit the ground running now and address it today.
During our previous interview with you, you said you wanted to open a dialogue with National Grid. What would that look like?
Well, we need to discuss everything with them to build the framework of what our next step is. I don't think they're going to be renewing the contract. It's pretty lucrative for us at this point. I don't think they'll be interested in renewing that same thing. So we really have to work with them to see what we need to do, really, to put some of these options in motion that we were told by the Hydro Committee.
Are you interested in the possibility of municipal power?
I mean, any option that's out there, I'm more than happy to examine it and look at it thoroughly. I don't think that municipal is quite an option at this point. I don't think it's feasible. But I would like to look at some of the other options that we have moving forward.
All right, well, that is all the time we have with you tonight. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you so much.
All right, back to you, Garrett.
All right, thank you, Chad. As the numbers stand now, incumbent Lisa Ruggiero has a tentative hold on 4th place. Ruggiero has served on council for 2 terms and has seen a couple of controversies over that time. However, she thinks that the voters still support what she's done on council over the last 8 years.
You know, I'm cautiously optimistic. The numbers have been fluctuating since the numbers were coming in, and I mean, you know, first I was in 3rd, then I was 1st, then it was, I mean, they're all over the place. So I know that the early voter numbers are in, I think, on the county site, but, you know, we'll see what happens.
Currently in 5th place behind Ruggiero is Anthony Velasquez, a Watertown teacher. He says he's happy with the campaign that he ran and is hopeful that absentee ballots will swing things his way.
I'm absolutely optimistic. You know, again, being a first-timer, I think I ran a great campaign. I've enjoyed meeting people. I've enjoyed hearing their concerns. I enjoyed walking the streets and really just listening to residents and showing that there's other options.